in preparation for the release of the Milner Files, the most hotly anticipated Roblox documentary ever. It's got everything. It's got paedophilia, Roblox politics, corruption, everything you could possibly want in one place. So, joining me tonight, we've got Safe Chatter, we've got Shay Links, we might have a connection, but it's up in the air. We've got Tim here. Tim's here. Say hi, Tim. Tim doesn't want to say hi. And then we've also got Steve R. Bruce, who's on set as our stage manager. So first thing I think we're going to talk about is we're going to go to Shay Links. Shay Links, you there?
Yes. Hi,
Okay.
how's it going?
Can you tell us about the court case with Josh Milner? Because that was probably the highlight of that like Roblox politics whirlwind.
Sure. I can't go into a lot of specific detail, but it was definitely a crazy fight. A lot of chaotic motions presented by the defense. It was quite the chaotic battle. They seemed unprepared, and they seemed very everywhere.
Bro,
They were trying.
American?
Yeah,
Bro,
I thought it'd be
what
English,
the
but
hell?
so what were you doing in that case? Were you prosecuting?
Yes, I was.
Okay, so this is what I knew. This is the story I was told. He went and he blackmailed the head of the Commonwealth, Tobias Flemingshaw, into stepping down from his post, threatening him with group staff action if he didn't do it. Is that correct?
So, off the evidence presented and off of the summer report, yes, that is what happened. He basically threatened an empty promise from group staff that group staff never made to Tobias to try to get him to step down.
Okay. And was there anything else to it?
No, that was essentially it. Him doing that caused Tobias to fear for his position and just his general stance. And because of group staff being group staff and their power they wield, it caused Tobias to leave. He didn't get a choice, and he did that. Well, Josh did that because he wanted to get his agenda done. So.
And who was Josh going to replace him with? Was there like a plan?
Yeah, there was a plan for him to replace the Commonwealth Secretary with the Commonwealth Secretary with a appointment from his cabinet, and to bring the Commonwealth back under the UK. And so the first step was to remove Toby. And that's why he wanted Toby to resign.
Okay, so it was like an inside job to get him out, to replace him with someone more. Okay, so Andre, you were there. Me and you were there at the court case. We were there hyping up Steve R. Bruce to bring down Rafa. I mean, Josh Miller.
I have a question to Shaylix actually about that.
Okay, yeah.
I was there, and there's one thing that I distinctly remember about the trial, which was that the :N command, right?
Oh no.
No.
In your
Not
honor.
that.
Okay.
Whenever like you did a comma, it would just cut it off, and like it wouldn't show the rest of the message, so it would only show up to the comma. But for some reason, every single message Shayla kept using like a Shaylix used a comma like in the first two words of every single time, so it wouldn't show.
I like my
commas.
commas.
And like you didn't realize for like the whole thing that it just wasn't showing the full message because of the comma.
Really? It was showing on my screen?
It was like it was only showing like up to the comma.
So, okay.
I actually wrote out almost my entire prosecution on paper.
I
Who was the judge in that case?
That. William
Blackwood. It was William Blackwood. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it was Barry Ruick for some reason.
I wish it was.
So I did actually write out my entire prosecution on paper before I actually went to the trial.
Oh, that's
right. Okay. So, Andre, you've been probably one of the most important producers of the Milner Files. Can you tell us about it? What it's like?
Yeah. Well. Okay. So where do I start? So back in I think it was like June 2020. So there was like a running joke about declassifying the Milner Files, right? It was kind of Steve doing some like joke to the cabinet office, going, "Oh, declassify the Milner Files." And then I don't know what kind of came across me, but I just thought it would be funny to like release a tweet saying, oh, the Milner Files, GB News documentary, and then post a picture of Weatherspoons and some
Okay.
Amazon gift cards, right?
Yeah.
And then Tim was like, "That's an amazing idea." You know, all right. So we actually decided to get together, Tim, Steve, and myself, and we were like, "All right, we're gonna do this. We're gonna make this a documentary, right?" But it was so much harder than we anticipated. Like, we genuinely could not have anticipated how much work would have to go into making a documentary. Big up Andrew Marr and like the BBC, because clearly there's a lot more effort than I thought goes into that. Like,
Okay.
we severely underestimated it. We probably grinded out for like a month, right? I did like interviews. I like interviewed people, and I was originally gonna do the narration. And we
Okay.
probably grind out for like a month, and we just completely stalled and lost motivation just because of how hard it was. And you kind of saw the hype. We would just constantly say, "Oh yeah, the Milner File's being released
Yeah,
next month," and everyone
because
get
you had
really
like
hyped.
the video for it, didn't it? Like the ad.
Yeah. So we'd constantly just keep on, delaying it for a month. But it was a lot of work. So what I did personally was I did the interviews. I originally did the narration, but then we decided to change that to Dreamers RBX quite recently.
Okay.
Just because he has a good radio voice. Um, but yeah, the interviews were interesting. They were a lot longer than you think watching this, right? They were like probably an hour and a half each.
Really?
Yeah, and we would just like interview people, kind of like we didn't write a script or anything, right? We just like wing it, and
Okay.
we just ask them interesting questions and just see where the conversation took us. And it turned out really well. I think Tim was able to get a lot of juicy
Usable.
footage from that,
Okay.
yeah, which he could kind of compile into a story.
So, to my understanding, there's multiple parts to this, isn't there? So,
Yeah, so this first part is going to be the rise of Josh Milner. Mainly just because we felt like it would be nice before A levels to get something out for people, and then after we've done our A levels, we're gonna release a second part, which is part two, the full. And I'm sure you can tell where that's going.
okay, so
Oh
that's gonna be
yeah,
the full Weatherspoons
yeah.
Amazon gift cards.
Exactly.
Okay.
Well. Actually, I was when I released that original tweet I was telling you about. I got threatened immediately by like group stuff. Like I had like Connor Novak and Dom like in my
Okay.
DMs saying, "You better not say anything about all
So
the
and so.
dodgy stuff that happened."
Yeah, okay.
And I was like, "No, don't worry. It'll just be the corruption. It'll just be the corruption." But
Okay.
yeah, um, yeah. Part one, part
Interesting.
two.
Okay. So, who's gonna be like? Who's like the big interviews in it? So, is it gonna be like
Yeah.
ex-leader of the
So
oppositions and stuff?
I mean, as I said already, right? The interviews took a very, very long time, right? So
Yeah.
we managed to get the three kind of really big interviews are Atrophy, who was chairman of the Tory party when Josh Miller was prime minister and ran for leader, all that. You have Jamie SLLLP. He was leader of the opposition during Milner's term,
Yeah.
and then you got Nankian, who I believe is in the shadow cabinet.
Okay.
During Josh Milner's term. And then we also have Safe Chatter as kind of a late interview that we did, which didn't really take that much time. But that was just kind of filling the gaps, right, that like we found. Because he
Okay.
was a Tory MP.
So,
But
Safe
we're probably
Chatter,
gonna
you
have
here?
more.
Safe
I am
Chatter.
here, yes.
So, what was it like being under Milner in his dream team marketing PR machine?
It was very awkward, but nobody stood up to anything.
Okay, so what happened? Can you give us some gossip?
Well, you'll find out more in the interviews, but if a lot of him in his car, in traffic, and then just say MPs join VC.
So you'd be in VC of him while he was in his car going to McDonald's.
Normally going to a place that is mentioned in the...
Weatherspoons.
No, not quite.
Okay, KFC.
I'm not saying.
If he goes to KFC, nobody likes KFC. It's the worst fast food. So, Dean, are you here?
I am, yes.
Okay, we've got the live connection to the shed. so Dean, what can you tell us? Were you around during the whole Josh Miller scene?
I was in the community, but I was just a retired voter around that
Okay.
point. Yeah, I'd only
So that's-
spoken to Miller twice before then.
Yeah. So as an outsider looking in, how did it seem to you seeing the court case, the corruption, the Weatherspoons and Amazon gift cards?
It was just kind of funny, to be honest, seeing that happen to a prime minister. Like,
Okay.
that was the first time in a while a prime minister got absolutely ripped to shreds by the law. So I think it was just kind of funny to watch from the outside.
Okay. And moving on from Josh Miller, you recently came out today saying that you were not going to resign after saying you'd resigned. Or what's
Yeah.
happening here?
I just feel like I'm not done yet, to be honest.
So after losing
until
2
I
elections,
get done in a scandal, I'm not done yet. I
okay,
would say.
so we need to catch you going to Weatherspoons,
Yeah.
and then we'll be able to get rid of you finally. Okay. So Safe Chatter, are you here still? Safe Chatter, Alex.
I am still here.
Okay. What do you think about Dean staying on as leader of the Labour Party after he resigned? Is this a
You
threat
know-
to you?
I do feel bad for him because Labour's an absolutely awful party that absolutely nobody likes. But, it's up to
Speak for
him.
yourself.
He has his own decisions. Who got into government twice while leading their party, who didn't. We move.
Okay. But that's because of the Sammy Studios corporate backing, which sponsored
Of
the
course.
Unionist
I
Party.
advise everybody here buys from Sammy Studios.
Just to clarify, to join Sammy Studios, you do discord.com/Sammy Studios. We've got a custom invite link.
If we're
Check out the
shouting
web-
things out, then shout out my petition in the UK Discord server.
Okay,
Defund
and also sammystudios.co.uk. Brilliant website. Anyway, moving on. So, Andre, when you were talking earlier about the interviews, did you have any bombshell individuals come forward from his cabinet who were?
Yeah, it actually was really hard getting people for interviews, right? So
Yeah.
back when we thought it was just going to be one big series, we tried to get people like Martin Charteris, right, and the royal household.
Okay.
But they all nah, we can't speak on behalf of the royal household, right? So that was one issue.
Right.
Second issue was it was really hard getting people on from Milner's cabinet.
Were they all?
They didn't want their reputation tarnished, right? Because they will
Okay.
want people to forget that they were part of that cabinet, part of that era.
Well, who was in
You
his cabinet?
also, you also have to
Sorry?
remember Miller first started out as the Lib Dems and then forced the
Yeah,
party to change.
Yeah,
Who was
I
in
mean,
his cabinet though?
Binny Boy, for example, was his chancellor.
Really? Okay.
Mhm.
He was his chancellor.
Most of people have moved on though.
Crazy
so-
Carl was his first Secretary of State.
Yeah, okay.
And I forgot the rest.
So
Mr.
you
Witch?
think-
Mr.
That qu-
Witch.
Oh,
Should've
really?
asked
Was he?
Yes, which
Yeah.
was he
Oh, okay.
actually?
Mr. Witch defended him as well.
Yeah, he was the person defending Josh Miller.
Yeah.
And he lost, didn't he, in the end?
Yeah.
yes.
Okay. So, do you think that they were such a tight knit friendship group which were running that
Especially
party?
Mr. Witch.
Yeah, that they purposely avoided those sort of outside investigations like this to try and keep their reputation
I think
intact.
that initially, people like Binny Boy, right? Back
Yeah.
when it had just been fresh out of my term. He was my leader of the opposition. When I was prime minister. So obviously he was a bit afraid. I'm guessing, quite justifiably, that we were just going to use Milner files just tarnish him, right?
Yeah,
People like Mr. Witch, they basically fell off and became completely
A meme.
irrelevant. So
Yeah.
we decided not to ask him. And also he's Canadian as well, so that's
oh yeah, who would want to talk to him?
yeah. And then Crazy Carl discharged me from the Navy. So I would never have him on the show.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, wait, is Crazy Carl like Charles Chapman or something like that?
Charles Cunningham, bro.
Oh, that
Oh.
idiot! Yeah, he's a spastic.
He actually called me a spastic before he
Did he
discharged
really?
me.
What did he do?
Basically, so it was Navy inspection.
Oh,
It was
okay.
the first. It was the first Navy event that I ever went to after a week because I just didn't attend. And the Navy the Navy recruitment was just 2 minutes. Actually not two. 5 minutes of turns, and then it was just
Yeah.
15 minutes of doing oaths to the
You
admiral.
do
and the
oaths
crown.
in the Navy.
It literally was 5 minutes of turns and then 15 minutes of me doing.
What
oaths
do you do
to
an
the
oath? That's so
admiral. I did an oath
bent.
the Admiralty and the crown and all that stuff.
I don't think
And then-
any other regiment or
yeah.
branch does oaths.
And then it was my first event that I went to, and then I tried to speak to Jake Cunningham. We were talking,
Okay.
and then all these cringe Navy officers were getting really mad.
Oh, okay.
Someone called I am on fire or something and stuff, and then they got really mad, and then they muted us, and then after standing there for like half an hour, 40 minutes, right? And it was really annoying because like their ship glitched and it was making this just like beeping sound that wouldn't stop, right?
Okay.
Just like beep beep beep, and like they like Beatles did everything and it wouldn't stop. So I was sitting there for like 40 minutes with this beeping sound. They like told Noah that we were muted and he just walked past us and didn't even
Right,
acknowledge
okay.
our presence. So and and we were both lost, right? So I was pretty mad after this.
Yeah.
And then Jake shot Noah with his gun.
Oh, oh dear.
And then we both got discharged. I got threatened with a discharge like 5 times, and that was my first event. I was really
Oh
sad.
no. Wait, I think we've got Crazy Carl in the studio right now.
Studio right now.
He's here. He's
Damn.
come to defend himself. Hey.
Damn. Oh,
Whoa.
also, I just want to thank next to me, right, we have the security, because obviously, you know, Crazy Carl has tendencies of getting a bit violent. He notoriously got a little bit violent when he was in a club in a suit before.
Why would you go to a
But-
club in a suit?
I don't know, but he claims that he did some interesting things with that
Oh.
suit in that club.
Oh.
But
I
wanna
like the
shout out
weather
this
spoons.
GB News security guard Shadow 21301. He's a veteran GB News employee. You can seek GB News employment by going to the Discord server on this YouTube channel's description, I think.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Shadow.
he's a veteran. Yep, and he helped out on the Milner Files. He's a
Oh, okay.
Shadow GB News
Shadow, tell us what you did on the Milner files.
veteran.
I narrated a sentence. I hope you
What can you give us a like, tell us what you said?
It's OC, I'm sorry.
Okay.
He can't give spoilers.
Yeah, no spoilers right now.
Okay.
No spoilers.
Brilliant.
But
So
if you want to be employed by GB News, I'm gonna send the GB News Discord server in the live chat right now, and you can.
and I'm
join
going to
that
put the
group
Sammy
on a day.
Studios invite in the live
No,
chat
no, no.
right now.
Sammy
Also,
Studios.
yes, go.
Ignore the Sammy Studios one. Ignore
Okay.
the Sammy Studios one. You're just gonna
Uh,
get scammed.
Nah, that's cap. Okay. So, do we have like an ETL when the Milner Files is going to come out? Because I'm excited to
9.
watch it.
It's literally at 9. Right. Part 1 is 9 p.m. aka 10 minutes.
Okay, so 10 minutes until it comes out. Okay.
I'm
I've
kind of
just
excited
posted
for how
that.
you guys portrayed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was quite cool. Like, so Steve, Tim, and I, we actually watched quite a lot of documentaries anyway. So we just kind of picked apart our favorite documentaries,
Okay.
like played them to each other, and then just tried to get the scripts off of that.
You guys,
like, you know.
I'm excited for the
Ultra.
pedophilia part.
Well, you see,
Wonder
Shadow,
why.
we aren't exactly meant to mention that.
For legal reasons, what
For
Shadow
legal
said is a joke, and we do not know what he's talking about. That'll be in part 2.
Stick around.
Yeah, that'll be in the. You have to
Yeah.
verify your age is over 18 to see that bit.
Once the Milner Files are done, then our mission will be complete, and then we can get banned in peace. So that'll be part
Exactly.
2.
Conor Novak is in my DMs.
Is he actually?
Oh.
No, I'm joking.
Okay. Just double
Okay.
checking, because you're a DLA Piper employee. I can't have you being banned.
So we're gonna go now to Safe Chatter for an update from the news.
This guy doesn't even work for GB News.
I don't know. He told me to say it. So
Oh, this is cringe, man. Why are so many people? Why is Josh Radcliffe? Josh Radcliffe is in
what,
the
I thought he was
studio
working at
everyone.
the NHS.
Josh Radcliffe has left the hospital.
Welcome to
Dude.
GB News. Today, I am joined by Josh Radcliffe and Josh Miller. Within the United Kingdom, we have seen the prosecution from the government on 2 members of the public after,
Why?
after allegedly
this is cringe, this is
defamation
cringe.
and
Listen.
impersonation.
Let's get Steve on the show. Come on.
This
cringe.
morning, the Home Secretary released a statement regarding high numbers of immigration compared to usual.
Wow. What happened
let me
there?
just,
Why was
let
there
me
more
just scroll
people?
through the news channel in the UK.
Okay.
Yesterday, a visit from India. There was a visit from India in the United Kingdom on Westbridge, and the server crashed after about 15 minutes.
Yeah, that's another thing we should talk about. Westbridge is the worst game UK
Westbridge is
devs
the worst
have
game
ever
I've ever
made.
played.
It's legitimately Joseph Wesley needs to get his head out of his arse and appreciate the fact that he has made a horrendous
Mate, his
game.
head's in your mum.
I wish.
Ooh.
Uh,
Listen, I just want to say officially, on GB News, they should bring back Eastbrook.
Yeah, Eastbrook was such a good game.
They're so salty that Eastbrook literally, if you say Eastbrook now in the UK,
Then you get, like,
server,
banned
You will
for-
get, you will get like, it'll be
Usage.
like you have said inappropriate language.
Eastbrook was
So-
such a good game. Westbridge is
Eastbrook was-
laggy and unplayable. It's just
I am willing
ridiculous.
to say, yeah, it wasn't like overly complicated like some of these.
That's
other
what made it
Roblox
work,
games,
though.
But I am genuinely willing to put on the record that Eastbrook was the best Roblox game I've ever played in my life.
I would say so.
Ever.
Also, it's the most fun for me, at least.
It is the best Roblox game I've ever played in my life.
Yeah. Westbridge just
Nothing-
feels like an arcade game, so it's a bit AIDS.
Westbridge is unbalanced as well.
Yeah. Let's get one
unbalanced,
shot.
please. Yeah, kind of.
I think- Jeff Mulby has just arrived in the studio. I think we're going to try and get him on air. Does
7
any-
minutes, by the way.
Does anyone have Jeff added as a friend on Roblox?
We are going to need to stop. I bring breaking news that Senegal are now through to the semi-finals.
Oh my
African
god!
Cup
I
of
don't
Nations
care,
With
no one
Ismail
cares.
Good
Assar,
lord.
Ismail Assar, the best player in the world, scoring.
What's your
Give it
opinion
one
on the China's aggression?
Trying to fit these balls in your mouth.
Death to the People's Republic of China.
Yeah. We need to kick someone so we can
Whoa.
get Jeff in here. See if you want
Minus
to.
2 billion social credit.
Alright, okay.
Alright, I just want to let you guys all know that the premiere is in 6 minutes for the Milner Files.
I'm so
I think-
excited.
I think we should get another ping in streams for this. I can't
I
lie.
think we should. I
Once
think
it
it's
starts,
worth it.
because of the amount of work that's gone into this. You know,
We need to put it on all airwaves.
exactly. All airwaves.
Uh,
I really think Steve should come on the show. If you didn't know, Steve Arbrews, aka Cheers Rafa, has a sore throat, and he doesn't want to come on the show. But he was an extremely important member of the.
we've
production.
just received a letter from Gustav Rhodes saying, and I quote, "I wish to issue you with a legal case and a legal cease and desist letter from the Conservative and Unionist Party for defamation. We are being taken to court by Gustav Rhodes."
DNA
scared.
Piper is on the
Oh
lead.
dear.
Gustav Rhodes is actually another veteran GB News employee.
I can't believe he's gonna take his own friends to court. Unbelievable.
Exactly. It's really. sad.
What a snake.
You know who
Ugh.
else is a snake?
Who
They're in this VC right now.
is it? Let's go
Yeah.
through. Is it Shadow? Shadow's not a
No,
snake.
never.
Okay,
It's
is it
Dino
Steve?
Hito.
Is it Steve? No. Of
Nah,
course
is
it's
it
not
Dino
Dino
Hito?
Hiko?
No, even though he faked crying and then came back as Labour leader.
I didn't even, but okay.
Okay. Is it Shaylings? Is Shaylings?
No. Shaylix would never be a snake.
Is it Safe Chatter?
Oh, I know where this is going. I'm a snake for doing my job.
It could possibly be that person.
I'm a snake for doing my job, guys.
It could possibly be that person.
Okay, we are now going to head over to Sammy on the main desk to see what he
You
thinks
don't
about the
work
Milner
for
Files.
GB News. You're a guest. Shush, man.
You're
I'm
not in
fine.
charge
I
here.
took over the studio. I
Pipe
took over the
down.
studio.
Pipe
We're
down,
being
Prime Minister.
taken over by the Lego Prime Minister.
They're gonna nationalise GB News because BBC sucks.
Oh no.
Yeah, and what are you going to do about it?
We can't take us down. We put
We're gonna
Murdoch.
register in Ireland and we're gonna base our operations out of there.
Yeah, Conor Novak is going to protect
Yeah, he's
us.
gonna protect us until we mention some certain things on the Milner
oh.
then the protection is gonna be removed.
Yeah, he's going to be like, whoa, what's happening here, guys?
You need to say it in like American Irish accent.
Oh, wait, okay.
I don't know.
Hi, guys, I'm Conor Novak. Is that good?
What
You
is
guys
this
are going to get
company,
UK ban.
What is this
Actually, not
company?
what he sounds like.
Unbelievable.
You're
Oh, it's
so
pretty
off.
close. I think it's pretty close.
No, you're
I
so
mean-
off.
I
Oh,
can't
okay.
really distinguish between American accents. I just know like redneck Southern and then like
Oh.
normal Northeast.
Okay.
4 minutes until the Milner Files go live.
Come on, Safe Chat. We need to waffle more for 4
Well,
minutes.
we just
Right,
need Steve
I will now
Watkins.
go through the product list for Sammy Studios.
Excellent.
Should I actually?
Yeah, go for it. Just do it.
Right.
Do it.
So you can see the Sammy Studios website at sammystudios.co.uk.
Let me just
First
put this
of all, we
in the
have the new
chat.
New York Police Department Patrol Bundle made by Farmer_Fintan. This consists of Winter Patrol officer shirt and tie with patches and badge, Summer Patrol, and Winter Patrol jacket.
Wow.
Wow. Do you want to like do
And
like
well,
quicker?
There is a new airfield released for £5.25.
What a
High
bargain!
quality with a hangar and a medium-sized map.
Tupana is actually really nice.
Moving on, we can meet the team. We have I'm Not a Safe Chatter, absolute legend.
Right. This is getting extremely boring.
It is.
Yeah,
Sammy,
I agree.
I'm going to
I'm trying to
interview-
waffle.
Sammy, I'm going to interview you now. Right?
Oh, okay.
How successful would you say that Sammy Studios have been?
Sammy Studios has, over the space of
we
3
are now
months.
heading over, and the stream is going to end.
Shut up,
No, it's
Alex.
not.
This is
It's
the
still 2
bombshell
minutes.
interview
It's
here.
still
It's what
2
Tim
minutes.
said.
Okay.
It's still
Okay.
2 minutes, bro.
Okay.
Shush.
Okay.
Sammy Studios has become one of the biggest Roblox tech companies in the space of 3 months. We've
And
got
the
over
best.
5,000 members now, which is pretty close to the UK, sort of by 3,000-ish. But we are one of the biggest.
Okay, now that is really cool. Right.
It is pretty cool.
I would just like to clarify that for anyone watching the program tonight, I'm Not a Safe Chatter is officially not a GB News employee, so anything that you may have heard from him
Is a lie.
is not
I hear.
does not reflect the views of GB News.
Except for
gonna
what
go
he
over
said
now.
about my company.
to the premiere of the Milner files, which you will see on the streams channel of the UK Discord.
Shadows.
Thank you very much, everyone, for watching the Sammy Show. It's going to be great. I hope you all enjoy the Milner Files. It's going to
We
be
hope you
a
enjoy it.
viewing extravaganza, is what it's going to be.
It's gonna be
Fantabulous.
amazing. And make sure
I know.
that you like the video as well.
Like, comment, and subscribed.
Like, comment, and subscribe to the Milner Files premiere.
Okay, brilliant. Make sure you hit the